さっさと片付けよう。
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Today I want to tell you guys a little bit about this new game that I've been playing. It's part of the Sword Art Online franchise. The name of the game is Sword Art Online Memory Defrag. It is a mobile game. But before we would jump in and talk any more about this game, I do need to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Bandai Namco Entertainment. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and start diving into this game. I'll be showing some gameplay for you guys, but I want to tell you guys about why I enjoy this game and what I enjoy about the Sword Art Online franchise myself. Now, for those of you who don't know what Sword Art Online is, or SAO by abbreviation, it is a very popular anime that came out several years ago, and it focuses on the story of 10,000 players who hop into this sort of virtual reality game called Sword Art Online, obviously, and as they start playing through it, they notice that they can't log out of the game, at which point the creator of the game jumps in and tells them that they basically have to fight through all 100 floors of this game, get to the final boss, and defeat the final boss before they can leave the game and go back to the real world. However, if they die at any point while playing this game, they die in real life as well. So there are some pretty serious real life stakes here with this. It is an actual game of life and death. So they have to work together, they have to survive to get to the very end, because if they can't defeat that final boss, they are never going to be able to leave this game. When it comes to Sword Art Online, and by result, my favorite arc is the Eingrad arc of it, which is the first arc. It's the development of the characters as they come to terms with the fact that, you know, this game that they're playing is actually a game of life and death. If they die in this game, they actually die in real life as well. And it's the whole process as they come to terms with this and they realize that things here have gotten real. And as they come to terms with this, as they face the possibility that they're possibly going to die while playing this game, and as they develop as characters, that has been something that's always interested me with the anime. And, you know, with this game, I'm able to see this on a more personal level. I'm able to be there with the characters as they're going through this. I can be there with them as they're coming through these different realizations, and they're growing and maturing as adults and as people themselves, as they figure out how to survive, as they form these different groups, as they make these decisions. And the main character, Kirito, has always been a character that I relate to. There are some similar traits that he and I share, so I've always been a big fan of Kirito himself. And not only do I get to be on a more personal level as I see them evolve as characters, I also get to participate in the battles for myself, like the big fight at the very first boss battle on the first floor. You know, they fight this kobold lord called Ilfang, and as they fight their way to the 100th floor with the assault team, I'm able to be there alongside them. I'm able to participate in these battles. Instead of having to just watch on the anime, now I can actually participate in these battles, and that is a level of immersion I don't get just from watching anime. Now I get it from playing this game too. There are plenty of other stories in the game that you get to experience that you don't just have by fighting monsters. There are some different character arcs and stories that you just participate in, you watch, and you get to be a part of it all. Now, Kirito is my favorite character in the game and the anime, but that doesn't mean I don't like the other characters too. Thankfully, this game is a hero collector, so that means I can go out there and collect any of the characters I want to play as. If I want to play as Asuna, I can go out there and collect her. If I want to play as Lifa or Lisbeth or any of the other characters out there that you know of and that you want to play as, you can go out there and collect them, and you can play with them in the game. You get their abilities, you can level them up, you can equip items onto them, you can make them a character that you can fit onto any team that you want. There are abilities, there are synergies that you have between different characters, so you do get to figure out how you can make these teams work together, and that's something I've always enjoyed with theory crafting. It's something that I like to figure out how different characters can work together, and here with this game, you get that with the Sword Art Online franchise. So if you do like the franchise, you want to play these different characters together, throw them in a different team, you can do that. So it's always been a bit of a challenge trying to figure out how these characters work together, and now you get this here with this game. This ties in nicely with the fact that I'm also going to be experimenting with characters that I've come to enjoy through watching the anime. And, you know, whether it's the lightning quick rapier attacks from Asuna, the blunt force attacks of Liz's mace, or the precision and force of Kirito's swords, there's something that each different member brings to the table, and that's up to you to figure out how you want to use it together for yourself and how you want to play it out in the actual story arcs. And while I enjoy the Aincrad arc the most, you do get to play through the other arcs that you have out there. So you do have the Alfheim Online arc, you have the Gun-Gale Online arc, you have all these different story arcs that we've seen before in the anime that you are going to be a participant of. So you're not just confined to Sword Art Online and the world of Aincrad, you can go play in the other worlds too. You have missions, you can get characters from there like I said before. So there are plenty of arcs out there for all the different fans of all the different arcs. You're not just confined to Sword Art Online. So if you enjoyed one of those other arcs more, you can get there. You do have to progress through the story to get to those worlds, but once you get there, you can just sit back, kick back, have fun, collect your characters, run through there, enjoy the story, because I know there's a lot of people who enjoyed those stories from those arcs, and with this game you get to go back through and watch the story happen in real time. You get to be involved in those, you can participate in those battles, so there is plenty of stuff here for anyone who's a fan of any of the different arcs for Sword Art Online. So like I said, I enjoy the anime not just for the story, but also the portrayal of how the people could potentially act in a forced situation like being trapped in a game where death is permanent. They have to make these decisions, they make life or death decisions, and this is a great way to see how people could potentially react in that, and that's been part of what's fascinated me so much with this anime. The game allows you to relive it as you play alongside the cast as they fight through these different games. You get to enjoy it for the story, but also being able to collect the different heroes and characters that we've seen throughout the story arcs and want to play as some of these characters. You can do all this now with this game. So definitely go check it out. There is a link down to, in the video description, there is a link to download the game. Definitely go check it out if you're interested. And once again, a big thank you to Bandai Namco Entertainment for letting me play around with this game and for this sponsorship opportunity. So if you did enjoy this video and you enjoyed this game, you want to check it out, like I said before, go ahead, check out that video description, download the game, and enjoy.